Pack, Set, Go. Traveling Podcast presents Travel Star Tuesdays.
Pack Set Go presents people. You know what time it is. Travel Star Tuesdays. Today we have Miss Crystal, aka Miss Pause on board, and that's PAWZ on board.
Don't forget the Z. It's always
Mm,
a Z. Pause on board.
period.
Now you might be wondering what the PAWZ is about. You're saying pause, pause. What is a pause about? Pause is about our furry friends, our furry babies, as I call them. Because I'm a furry parent as well, and I think she has a very dope company. So before we even get into the travel, I wanted to tell you a little about the company because I was really inspired and I was impressed. So tell people about your company.
Hello, I'm Crystal. I'm actually the owner and founder of Paws on Board. Paws on Board is a pet transport carrier where we transport pets by air. Um, and so, just a little bit about that. What I've done is kind of started going to dog shows because I actually had a show and kind of seeing the need of breeders needing puppies to be shipped. And kind of stepping outside of the box and thinking about other things like the blind and service dogs and things like that. And so what we started to do is actually just partner with different breeders. And right now, just only one particular place that deals with service dogs, and we transport puppies around the world. Whether if that's a personal purchase for a husband buying a puppy for his wife, or that's a breeder that has a kennel and he's actually transporting puppies from kennel to kennel, or whatever that may be. And so I have pet nannies that get on flights. We actually ship overseas as well as actually right here in the US, which has been kind of difficult with us right now with COVID-19. But yes, we do fly around the world and we take cats and puppies, majority puppies, just around the world to different states and also overseas as well.
Wow.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can talk to you a whole show strictly about the canines and shipping and things of that nature because it's a niche market. But I actually know two other people that actually are pet carriers, but they do it domestically and they drive. They go around the nation, west coast to the east coast, and north to south, and they actually transport canines throughout. Mainly from breeders. You know, and things of that nature. I don't think they deal with the service animals such as yourself, which is dope. Um,
Uh, 2021, I'm looking at bringing on some new things. Knock on wood. I just believe that in 90 days, I hope to go ground. So ground is somewhere that we're looking to go just because I miss out on that ground business if it can't go by plane. Because right now, of course, they're not allowing us to ship under the plane. And I don't allow any puppies to leave my nanny's side because we're talking about dealing with puppies that cost anywhere from five to $15,000 that are in my possession. Not only that, I just kind of took it a step further when I decided to start my business. I am USDA certified to just actually make sure that everything is great across the board, as well as also I'm bonded and insured. So if anything was to happen, I could make sure that I can cover that. And I take pride. When I say pride, I have the best nannies out there. March will make a year anniversary for me of being open. I started my business in the middle of the pandemic, and business has been amazing. No website, just the Instagram, no promotion. And actually, I met a guy at the show and told him I had a transport company, and he was my very first customer, Mastermind Bully. So shout out to Mastermind Bullies. He was my first customer, and to this day, he is still my customer, and I still ship for his kennel. So um, that's just I just have loyal customers that comes to me over and over again. I've never had a bad review, and just it's just a dope business and it's very unique. So
that's
What's your Instagram name so they can follow you if they need any questions answered or any type of shipments or I know people buying dogs like crazy nowadays. So how can they find you to get it started?
my Instagram as well as my Facebook is Paws on Board, but my Instagram is PAWZ dot board BOARD pause dot on dot board.
And they just go there, ask any questions about transporting dogs, buying the dogs, breed of dogs. Cause I like, even though I'm a big guy, I like small dogs. I like Shih Tzus.
Yeah.
So crazy because they see me with a small dog and they're like, they don't they, like dogs like that is easy to carry. So like I would need a bag, right?
I'm happy you just mentioned.
Mention what?
I'm happy you just mentioned about carrying dogs. So I just added new merch, and it has become something very, very unique. Which I probably should have had one here with me. I have a lot of them, but anyways, I just had new merch that I added, which are pet transport bags, and they
Oh,
are clear and see through. I may be able to pull one up. They're clear and see through. So if you see somebody walking through the airport with
yeah.
a clear bag, as possibly it came from me, that has been my
Wow.
new hot popping. I didn't think it was gonna pop off like that. I was like,
It
mm.
makes sense to have a clear bag.
Yeah, I was like, it's neat, it's different. It's somebody walks through the airport and they have this cute bag, and this bag and it's see through. It's like, what is that? And it just kind of took off for me, and it became something different and very unique. So if you go to my Instagram, a young lady actually bought a puppy transport bag from me, and she
Yeah.
had her daughter wearing it in the store. And this is my video that had the most reviews. Yep. And this one has 5,000 reviews on it.
Wow. So it has little holes in the side so the dogs could breathe. Oh, look, it looks like a little small air bubble tent.
Yes, and it's a backpack.
And she's
Yes, so
she's carrying the dog in the backpack, and the dog's not that heavy because it's a puppy, so it's not that heavy.
exactly.
I'm gonna
So
need
those
like
are
two of those. I'm gonna need like two of those because I'm
got
buy two Shih Tzus.
you, got you, got you.
Thank you.
I'm also looking at possibly adding puppy finder, because I know a lot of times people don't have puppies and they instantly come to me and they're like, oh, do you have puppies, or can you find me a puppy? So that is also something new I'm thinking about doing, along with ground shipping. And as well as we kind of do a tracking program now while our dogs are being shipped. We have the group text where they're able to chat with our nannies, know exactly where their dogs are, when the dogs are boarding, when the dogs are landing, so on and so forth. But I'm also adding GPS tracking to my puppies, and my ground shipping will also end up with puppy cams as well as GPS, so you can actually be able to zoom in and see exactly that your puppy is being taken care of and what's going on with your dog throughout. Yes.
Yo, Smalls. I'm not sure if you have free time, but if you want, we could transport the dogs for her on overseas flights, and just stay in the country and just have a good time if
That's
you're
Yes,
a
available.
possibility.
that has been the difficult part for me, because I don't want my nannies to be stuck. Like my nannies, they have passports, but I don't want them to be stuck overseas for 14 days. So I'm actually trying to work something out to try to see how I can make that, start back making that happen everywhere.
Well, if you would like, I will apply for the position to bring the dog to say Germany. Say we go into Munich, drop the dog off in Munich, and then me and Smalls just keep on going, just tour.
Cool.
Like
I would love to
you don't
partner.
have to pay for the round trip ticket because we're not coming back. Just one way. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have two inquiries right now for Canada and London.
London's kind of
So
tough right
London
now.
that's been a tough one for
London
me.
and Canada both actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's been a tough one, because a lot of times I just have to get close to the border, and then they have to come and pick it up. But with Canada, it's very iffy if they'll even let the person that come
yeah.
to the airport
Either
get
way,
back in.
going
Yeah,
forward in
question.
directions.
It's hard. Do you have any inquiries in Bali, Sri Lanka, Maldives, or Bora Bora? Cause
Um,
I'll volunteer.
I'll look,
Yeah,
and if
I'll
not,
volunteer.
I will make a post on my Instagram and Facebook trying to see who's trying to go overseas right
Cause we
now.
could pack in and go right now, Smalls. Smalls, you ready?
I'm ready. I just gotta find somebody to watch my doggy. But yes, I'm ready.
Well, my daughter, we just, so it's funny how God works, right? Everything is like kind of weird. So I went and picked up a puppy. I was like, well, I could just drive and pick this puppy up because it's in Georgia, and pick the puppy up. And the guy was like, I'm gonna need you to keep the puppy. I was like, okay. He's like, because it's a Christmas gift. I need you to hold on to the puppy for me until you can deliver it to my girl. And I was like, and he's actually from New York. So I was like, okay. And so my daughter actually kept the puppy, and then they actually called when she was taking her boyfriend out of town for his birthday, and she said, can you guys puppy sit? Now my daughter puppy sits sometimes for people. So it's kind of like my daughter has kind of somewhat created a business through my business. So that's kind of been a blessing within itself.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's kind of dope. But the best thing about it is, like even one of my nannies, like she's never traveled outside of Miami. So she's one of my nannies, and now she's kind of seeing different cities, different states, and she hasn't been able to go overseas. But I just helped her get a passport. So that's been, kind of cool. So now she'll be able to see her first country or be able to go somewhere else, and see something different just through transporting a puppy. And she loves animals. So that kind of gave her like a 2-in-1 of something that she loves to do and something that gives her something different. So that changes her life. And that's what makes Paws on Board such a great and unique company, because when you're delivering these puppies and you see the smiles on faces and how happy people are to get their new babies, these puppies are, you know, exactly,
He's
exactly.
cheesing.
That is like a memorable moment.
Yes,
So
it is.
yeah,
I love these bags. Look, that's a Shih Tzu, right?
yes,
Like
it
a Shih
is.
Tzu. I need
It
that
is.
same bag and that same dog. See,
Yes, it is.
Smalls has a big dog because he's macho. Me, I like
Oh,
the little small baby dogs. Like, come here, Mei Ling, come
I
here,
don't
Mei
like
Ling.
bullies. I mean, I got a pit bull, but I like bully bullies. I like,
so
Corso.
the majority of my clientele is bullies and Frenchies.
Yeah, bullies, Frenchies are cool. I mean, I was like dogs that are a little more, a little more stern.
Small, compact, yeah. So the
Yeah.
majority of my clientele is bullies and Frenchies, because I was actually in the bully community because I had a bully. And that's where I kind of started off at. And like as I told you, my first customers are still my customers. So like I say, Mastermind Bullies, Swaggerville Bullies, like those guys every time, S&B South in Miami, and the majority of my places that I transport, the majority, like a lot too, that's domestic is Miami, Vegas. I do a lot in Cali, a lot in Jersey. So those are like my hot places that I'm traveling to a lot.
Okay. Now, speaking about travel, now when you first started, did you transport yourself or did you outsource the work?
So I kind of sourced it, but I traveled on my own. So like, um, I just kind of came across the business from being there at the dog show and then talking about it, but talking to people that were from all over the world. There were people at the show in Atlanta that was, a couple of them actually came from, one guy was like from Mexico, another guy was from Jamaica. So I was talking to people that were from all over the world, but you have to think about, you have some people that were like, oh yeah, we had to fly, but I had to pay a couple of people to come with me to bring this dog and this dog and this dog.
Mhm.
And I had to fly, then I had to drive. And I was like, why do you have to do that? That's weird. So and then you're talking to people from all these different states. And I was like, I wonder how I can make it easy for them. And so that's how I kind of came into it, just from talking to people just from different places. And, like I said, it was a couple of people that were from overseas that really wanted to be at this particular show. So,
Mhm.
yeah, but I traveled on my own anyways. Um, Not a lot, because of course, like I'm always working, but I've been to Jamaica several times. I've been to DR a couple of times, things like that. But this just kind of came from talking to people from different time, different areas and different countries and things like that. So,
Gotcha. Well, now that we're talking now, so what's your favorite country that you visited so far? Your favorite country?
well, I'm originally from Florida, so I love water.
Okay.
So thus far, I have to say Jamaica, because I've went a couple times and it's like, why do you keep going to Jamaica? You need to go somewhere else. So I was just telling Greg, I was like, it's time for me to take a trip. Like I went to DR and it was like, like it was all right. It was nothing to really brag about, you know.
Mm.
But and then also my in my background, my grandfather was Jamaican. My grandfather's Jamaican. He's passed away, of course. My dad is from the Virgin Islands, so I have that Caribbean feel. So Jamaica, I could probably say was my favorite, just because it felt like home.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Like Orchard
Yeah,
Rios, Montego Bay, Kingston, Mandeville.
we're actually supposed to go to Guyana this past September, and of course with COVID, that kind of fell
Guyana.
through the cracks. So I would like to, for my birthday, my goal is either Guyana or Paris.
Well, if you go to Guyana, a free tip. This is a free travel tip. Bring extra bug spray,
Okay,
because
well,
The
Guyana may
flies
be
out there
marked
are no joke.
Guyana's probably marked out the list. And actually, I have a friend of mine that's actually trying to go to he texted me something. He's trying to go out of the country like next month. And he was just asking me if I wanted to go. So I'm thinking about it. I have to look and see exactly where he's trying to go again. He's never been there. He's never had a passport. And he's like, I really want to go out of the country. I want to see how that feels. I want to be able to do something I've never been able to do in my life. And they just gave me a passport. And so he
Gotta
just
use
asked
it.
me about that
Gotta
recently.
use
Gotta get that first stamp.
it. Gotta get that
Gotta
first.
get that
He
first
was,
stamp.
he was excited. He got a passport. He was like, oh my God.
You gotta go through customs. You gotta get. Oh wow, customs. This is like it looks like on TV.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know what's funny? So my father's from St. Thomas, and of course we just flew straight there. But coming out, they were like, "Can I see your passport, please?" And I was like, first of all, this is the U.S. Virgin Islands. Why do you need to see my passport? Luckily, I did have it on me, but again, I was like, I didn't know that they asked for your passport coming out of St. Thomas.
Yeah. This is a good question now because on this podcast we ask a very funny question, but it gives different answers. So I'm gonna ask this question, okay, Mr. Smalls? He already knows what I'm about to say. So if you had 1 hour to just put your dogs away in a like not a kennel, but like somebody watching those for you. Grab your keys, grab your bag, and go to the airport. You have a free plane ticket to fly anywhere in the world, and you can shop when you get there. Where would that place be?
Europe.
Everybody says the answer so quickly, like they know it's coming. That's crazy. So you just want to go straight to Europe. Any particular place in Europe, or just drop you off in Europe?
I just want to travel throughout Europe. I just want to
Oh, you
see
want to do
something.
okay?
My places that I really want. I know a lot of people say Paris because everybody want to go to Paris. Like they're like, oh, I want to go to Paris. I think you see it so much on TV. It's like I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Paris. So, but my place is Europe, Egypt, and Africa. I would love to go to Africa and spend maybe like a month there. Africa is like, and I'm when I say Africa, like I want to go in the distress areas. I want to go and put in work. I want to give back. I want to talk and sit down and eat and
Yeah.
whatever, like because that's who I am. That's what I do. So this past December, not Crystal, but Paws on Board, we took our funds that we made in the end of the year and we went and provided Christmas for 7 families.
Wow.
We also went out, me and my children, thank you, kids, and we provided care packages for the homeless in downtown Atlanta that gave masks, sanitizer, gloves, deodorant, toothbrush, soap, and different things of that sort. So that's what I like. I like to go out in places when God has blessed me and take my blessings because 2020 was hard for a lot of people. And Paws on Board made things happen that people couldn't make happen.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that. I was able to travel during the pandemic. I was able to make money during the pandemic. So I would like to go to Africa and really like just spend a month and just in the most distressed places and put me in the most uncomfortable situation and see how it is to smile in the most
Yeah.
uncomfortable
yeah.
situation.
I gotta give you a round of applause for that.
Yeah. We have to. We
Yeah,
have to.
we don't have a clap button, but
We're supposed to add the clap button, but somebody's cheap.
yeah, I ain't feel like paying for it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it again
Yeah.
because that was very good. And we also know countries. We know countries in Africa that could use your help. Like we know a lot of places we've been to ourselves, like Liberia, Sierra Leone, the Congo, Botswana, that could use help. Just like getting fresh water. People in America take for granted having running water. Be able to go to the bathroom and do this and turn the faucet on, and brush your teeth with running water, and leave it on for a little while and then shut it off.
It's a luxury.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
luxury. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
luxury.
we talked about that the other day about
Yeah,
the water and different things of that sort.
fresh
So
water.
I would like to make sure that Paws on Board while we're being blessed to make money, that we're also taking that blessing and being able to pay it forward. So that's
It's beautiful. I gotta.
that's my goal. That's my goal.
Yeah. Well, wow. This has been a very, very informative interview, and I want to thank you first of all for being on the show and having time because I know your schedule is very conflicting with your with all the stuff that you do.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
I really
Thank you
appreciate you
guys.
coming. And one more time, it's let me say it again. So I'll say it. Make sure I'm checking it. It's pause PAWZ.ON.BOARD.
Correct.
Pause on board, so they can
Pause
follow
on
you
board.
and find you on all platforms. I'm definitely gonna buy a dog for somebody. I might say no names, but she should be listening. But anyway, definitely the bag is definitely. I'm getting. I want the bag and the dog, and you're gonna
And
ship it.
actually, it's funny. Some of the customers actually they always say like, "I want to buy a bag and a dog." So the young lady that Small showed the first picture,
Yeah,
when she came to pick her puppy up from me, she actually was like, "I want a bag and a dog. I
yeah.
want both."
I never
So
saw
we
a bag
kind of
before in
like
my
a
life.
combo.
That bag is so. Yeah, that bag is amazing. Like
Yeah,
it just makes sense. The bag makes sense. So
yeah.
make it make sense. I need a bag and a dog, and I want the bag in black.
I have black. I have all colors.
Woo!
I have
Talk,
all colors.
talk your shh.
And before we end this show, I just want everybody to know if it's not paws on board, it ain't the right way. It's paws on board or nothing. That's how we go. You ain't flying right if it ain't paws on board.
Like that.
After that, I
Mic
ain't
drop.
gotta say no more. End it, Smalls.
Well, listen, I mean, once again, I just want to say, Crystal, we thank you for being one of our fellow fans, tourists, peers, and, we appreciate you spending time with us. I mean, you have a busy day traveling state to state and also enlisting your nannies to go state to state to make sure that the furry loved ones are safe. So we salute you. Once again, one last round of applause. That is
Thank you.
like I said, I am a furry parent as well, so I know how it goes. Being a furry parent, you truly understand when you have someone that's dedicated into the care and commitment of your dog or cat, so which is dope. Like I said, you know where to find the right people, and whether you're going state to state or if you're gonna get some stamps on that passport internationally, whatever you're gonna do, people see the world through a new set of eyes every time. Most importantly, fly, fly, fly. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you know who we are, but in case you don't, it's gonna be your first time tuning in. We are the Lifestyle Brothers. Eventually, I'm gonna take the S off the end and go solo, but
Oh,
yeah,
believe that.
it's gonna be the Lifestyle Bro. But for now, it's the Lifestyle Brothers. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the Lifestyle Brothers. And if you'd like to put out a tweet on Twitter, find us there as well. But of course, my favorite of them all is www.thelifestylebrothers.com. It's your boy Smalls with your man. Yo, didn't we have a talk about you dancing when I'm talking, man?
Sorry.
It's your boy Smalls with your man, Mr. Goon over there. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. So tell a friend, whether it's Pack Set Go or Travel Star Tuesdays. You already know what it is, man. It's the Lifestyle Brothers.
Thank you for your support. It keeps us motivated to keep doing what we do. To find out more about us, you can catch us at www.thelifestylebrothers.com. On Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can find us at the same name, The Lifestyle Brothers. And if you want to find some dope cinematic shots, bloopers, travel reels, be sure to subscribe our YouTube channel, The Lifestyle Brothers. Once again, on behalf of Goon and myself, we thank you.